You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
A lot of people talking about this Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler rumor as if this situation just couldn't get any weirder. Like, we've got the Dolph Ziggler and the Miz and Dolph Ziggler, Shawn Michaels. Like, the whole thing is just fucking batshit at this point. I have no idea what in the world WWE is doing here, so we're going to have to look at the articles because this is going on everywhere. And I do want to say, first of all, obviously, rest in peace to Harley. Is it really going to make that noise every time I hit the transition button? Rest in peace to Harley Race. Really is. There'll be a whole probably video podcast or something coming on maybe Harley Race and just, you know, again, like I said, my earliest memories are just watching tape of Harley Race. When I was in wrestling school especially, something we all like to study was, you know, a lot of NWA stuff. But that being said, tonight is Throwdown, and after Throwdown, there's a party on my Patreon tonight with everybody's invited. We're all partying in the Discord. But Dolph Ziggler versus Goldberg. Yep, there it goes. It's going to do that. It's going to do that every time. I've also got some AEW news right here, but let's do the Goldberg Dolph stuff. You know, I guess maybe they couldn't get Shawn Michaels, but Goldberg is set to face Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam.
Well, let's talk about this news here. So we
probably should talk about SummerSlam so everybody can get really mad.
Why are they going to get mad?
Because of who Dolph Ziggler's wrestling.
So that was on Wrestling Observer Radio, and so many news reports coming out now that Dolph Ziggler is indeed wrestling Goldberg, without any sort of a build-up that I'm aware of, coming out of nowhere seemingly. This news already announced, people already knowing now that Dolph Ziggler is going to face Goldberg for what? And we heard the other day that this was scrapped. We talked about this. Jake DeMarco and several other people of our news sources people were saying that they were unhappy that The Miz wasn't getting a very good reaction against Dolph Ziggler. That Shawn Michaels was getting the bigger reaction. And then they thought they were going to bring in Shawn Michaels for SummerSlam. But Shawn Michaels isn't going to come out and wrestle. So Shawn Michaels ain't going to wrestle Dolph Ziggler. Nobody wants to see Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, so they figured that out. And so what, they're going to bring in Goldberg to face Dolph Ziggler? Why? Why in the world are they doing this? Like, I just don't understand this at all. I don't understand this whatsoever. At all. Whatever. I don't mind, like, ridiculous random stuff, but you know, we're just a few weeks away from, not even from SummerSlam. You already pushed this angle with The Miz and Shawn Michaels, and now you're telling me that that's out the window, and here comes Goldberg. And I assume this is sort of so Goldberg can look good again, since he had that crappy Undertaker match, and the Undertaker got his match back to look good. So he's redeemed himself. So now Goldberg has to redeem himself. And what better way than in a ring with a guy who can move around a little faster. And obviously Goldberg can pick up Dolph Ziggler, jackhammer Dolph Ziggler. So this is like, Undertaker got his rematch to make him look good again, and he did. And this is totally what this is. This is going to be Goldberg's, like, you know, redemption match. He's going to beat Dolph Ziggler pretty quickly, probably. And, you know, that way he can spear and jackhammer without having to try to lift a guy like The Undertaker up. So, I don't know. That just seems to be it for me for that, and whatever. I don't know. The AEW news. AEW Women's Champion to be crowned during the TNT premiere. So during the TNT premiere, the first ever TV show of AEW on TNT, they will crown a women's champion. And honestly, I would talk more about that in my predictions if it wasn't for the fact that I have like 5 canker sores in my mouth right now, and I'm not joking about that. I've got a giant cut on my left side of my mouth. Under my tongue is all bumpy. Like, it's just, ugh. Like, what in the world happened to my mouth? It's like one night I went to sleep, and I know this is what happened. I went to sleep, and I started chewing on my damn face. And then, 8 hours went by, and canker sores happened. So I'm in an awful mood as far as speaking goes, which is not good because tonight we got Throwdown and then our big party, but everybody's going to be talking, so. But anyway, that's it, guys. Remember, in a couple hours, Throwdown over on the Corrupted YouTube channel on Corrupted Nation. Thursday night Throwdown is 10 p.m. Eastern Time U.S. till 11:30. And then at around 11:30, we're going to be going over to the Patreon for the Discord and VIP party on Patreon. So be a part of that. And join back up on Patreon if you haven't gotten back to Patreon. We still have 333 patrons at the moment. So we're looking to get back up to 400. We really want to get to 400. If we get to 400, I'm going to shave my face. If we get to 400 patrons, I'm going to shave my face and do a 15-hour stream. I want to thank Jabroni Jabber Podcast for going up to the $25 producer level tier. The Tom McNeil for becoming a $10 VIP patron. Just found out that he grew up where I grew up, which is crazy. Sinatra, $1 to $2, and Mario M becoming a $5 patron. And Mario, thank you, man. And again, me and Leah's podcast, episode 10, is up. It's killing it right now. If you haven't listened to my podcast with me and my wife, it's episode 10, Till Death Do Us podcast. It's good. You're going to like it. Promise you. She berates me and just destroys me, and it's great. Eric Elias, $5. Thank you, Eric. Gage and the MAYIN DJINN, $25 producer level credit. Thanks to everybody who can become a patron. I want to keep doing what I like to do here. I want to keep doing these videos, keep doing the podcast, keep doing the news, keep doing all the different shows that we do here. I want to be able to have all the co-hosts that I want to be here. So obviously Patreon is a huge factor in that. Not only is it going to fund my show and my ability to produce and make the shows that you want and to have some of the people here that you want to see here, but it also is full of bonus content. That's the whole point of it. So you get 30 hours roughly a month of bonus content if you're in the $5 or $10 tier. So think about joining patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Download the app. It's free to download the app. Free anyway. Go look at it. I have free stuff up on there, so check it out. See how you like it. See you guys tonight. What do you guys think about AEW's first show? What should they do for the first show? The women's title being there. And what do you think about Dolph and Goldberg? This is just, I mean, maybe someone's got some ideas out there that I didn't mention there. I didn't say a whole lot about it. I just think it's simple. It's just weird how they pivoted from this. The Miz and Shawn Michaels. It's almost like they just used them to get heat, realized it wasn't very good. Oh, bring in Goldberg. And with the fact that Goldberg needed a win back at some point, I almost wonder if they planned this all along. And they just used Miz and Shawn to get the heat more on Dolph. It's just weird. Oh, the whole thing's weird to me. I'm weirded out by it. Like seriously. But yeah, that's about all I've got. I will see you tonight again. Rest in peace to Harley Race. There's a thing on Mojo Rawley. I mean, who cares? I like this whole idea of like, you've got to do it, like screaming into a mirror and all that shit. Like, I kind of like that. But again, the criticism from Jake was always, well, where's it going to go? It's going to go away probably. And it has. This guy did all this stuff. All, these little promos. And then it just goes to hell. Al Snow says Vince McMahon needs to step aside creatively for WWE brand split to work. I mean, I agree, but the guy can't keep his damn hands off everything. He really can't. Can't keep his friggin' hands off anything. There's a report that Vince was working on second hour changes to the original script while the first hour was airing on TV of Raw. Vince reportedly felt like the show was presented to him did not do a good job of following up from previous week, according to the Wrestling Observer. Whatever that means. Executive Eric Bischoff is now working on the show along with Bruce Pritchard, but Bischoff reportedly doesn't have much to do with creative. Apparently that's SmackDown. Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and Shane McMahon pitch most of their creative material to WWE writers, so their segments often come from their ideas. Wow. I think those guys have had some of the better stuff. Sometimes. That's about it, man. There's not much. We've already talked about that on Out of Nowhere, so I will see you guys tonight. Let me know what you guys think. Here's some videos you might have missed. My name is Joe Cronin. Hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPod on Twitter. And my other YouTube channel is youtube.com/CorruptedPodcast or known as Corrupted Nation. See you tonight for Throwdown.